Agenda, like I said, is going to stay pretty much the same thing. We'll review some recent proposals, any current ones that are upcoming, and then we'll just kind of discuss any other ideas or proposals that we want to. Next page. As there we go. As a reminder, we do have this amazing community governance tracking tool created by Never Was. There's a link in here, and I'm sure we can share that link in the stage chat as well. But really great tool to kind of keep track of everything, because I know there are a handful of different websites, and sometimes it just feels like you have to jump from page to page. So this is a good all-in-one tracker. Thanks again, Never Was, for creating this. All right, let's jump into past proposals. Here's one that just passed, almost to a full quorum, just under the 4 million votes, but was unanimously approved, which was fantastic, to start our security work stream and have Reed or Mr. Nerdhair be running it. Definitely one of the smartest, most best people for the job and the role. So welcome. Mr. Nerdhair, do you have anything to add to this or anything you want to mention?
I'm going to quote you from now on, saying I'm one of the smartest, best people, and then just close quote.
Perfect. Yeah, well, I'm very excited to see that this passed. I know the entire DAO will be in better hands knowing that you're helping to keep it secure. Awesome. Another past proposal, which went live this morning, the Fair Drop, which was just an extension of our airdrop, but now focused towards other DAO communities, and a lot of community members who had their tokens either staked or locked up in other ways. So hopefully this will continue to grow our ever-growing community and add a lot of people who have other experience in DAOs and have a passion for this type of work. So I know that just launched today. Willie, anything to add on this guy?
I don't think Willie's here yet.
Well, Willie's not here, but I'm sure he would say something along the lines that this is the best proposal ever, along with the best day ever, and let's just keep doing it. I can already tell my pace is a little bit faster than Tyler's, so I apologize if we wrap up a little too soon. We don't have any active proposals right now in Boardroom. I do know ideation is still broken as well, and we'll be updating everyone as that gets fixed. But for now, we do have the workaround, and that workaround, I believe, is pinned in... that is pinned in the governance channel. Oh, and we do have an active proposal in ideation, of course, from Crypto Meg, which is going to be right here in upcoming proposals. So yeah, Meg, if you want to hop in here and give your spiel, we'd love to hear it. Or if you raise your hand, we'll get you up here. Oh, perfect. We cannot hear you, Meg, if you are speaking.
Hey, now you can.
Yep, you're good.
All right, awesome. Hi, everybody. I'm just jumping in here to shed some light on the current proposal that I have in ideation, but it's in the temporary ideation that we have set up in the forum. So since ideation in Boardroom isn't working, if you go to the forum, I'm actually going to post it right now in here it is in the stage chat. 1 second. All right, so if you haven't had a chance, this is the official ideation thread to assign me, Crypto Meg, as the customer support workstream leader. So far, I've got 14 votes, all yes. So I really appreciate the support so far. For those of you who may not know, I have been leading the customer support team and customer support department for about 5.5 years at ShapeShift. I actually started as one of the first customer support agents at ShapeShift and worked my way up to the director of the entire department over the course of the past 5.5 years. I love my job. I love working with the customer support. I have an awesome global team. I'm actually located on the East Coast at this time, and then we have team members in Denver, and we have a kick-ass team out of the Philippines who are actually all remote in the Philippines, so they're not all in one office in Manila or anything like that. They kind of all live all over the place. But the cool thing about that, which you'll learn more about the team in the funding proposal, we'll kind of go into more detail about all of that. They have been working for ShapeShift, some of them for over 2 years, which is awesome. So we have a really low turnover with our team. And we've had really great statistics so far in terms of our customer satisfaction and our quality assurance scores. Once again, this is some more details that you'll be learning more about in the funding proposal, which is up for discussion and feedback right now in the forum, but not quite in the ideation phase yet. So I would really love to take any questions that anyone has about me taking over the work stream for customer support. But as I see it, I think it's a great fit, obviously. I've been doing this for years now. I'm very well versed in the customer support crypto space and just really excited to be making this official shift. So if anyone has any questions, happy to take them. And or Noah, I don't know if it's just better to for you to just take over from here. I don't know if it's like easy to have people ask questions at this point.
Yeah, if anyone raises their hands, we'll definitely get you up here. But while we're waiting for people to kind of put some thoughts together, I'll definitely give a vote of +1 to the workstream proposal, and then of course having Meg run it. I actually started my start with ShapeShift way back when on the support team in centralized ShapeShift, and I can definitely speak to how capable Meg is and how essential the team is. So I, for one, will be voting this forward, and am very excited for you to step into this new decentralized leadership role.
Thanks, Noah.
Of course.
And I don't know if you're going to talk about the funding proposal. Is that in like the next section, or can I bridge that right now?
I think it's in the next
I'll wait.
proposal section.
Cool. So definitely get your votes in if you think you'd like to support this ideation thread. And of course, like I'm totally open to feedback. This is my first time running a work stream in a DAO, like most of us.
Awesome. Thanks, Meg. Cool. Does anyone else from the upcoming proposals want to either speak about on Juno? As a reminder for those of you who missed the on Juno call, I think it was yesterday or the day before, this is a new fiat on-ramp and off-ramp. Currently we're already offering Banksa and Gem, besides a few unique features that they differentiate themselves. One of the big differentiators is that they're actually going to share, I believe, up to 30% of the revenue back with us. Which I know is very exciting. But yeah, does anyone have any questions about this or anything to add about on Juno?
Yeah, I was looking in the audience to see if I saw anyone from on Juno here. I don't, but yes, on Juno it would be an on-ramp, off-ramp for us that would, as Fox McCloud said, would generate revenue for the DAO, which I think is a really awesome opportunity for us. Just a quick recap, they are US based only, but they are looking to go to UK, Europe, and Canada, hopefully within the next 12 to 15 months. I was also going to see if Mr. Nerdhair, if you had any update on the Ichi. I think maybe Ichi you're doing a security review before they do their proposal again? Yes. Not quite sure if that's right.
Every single time. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep, you're good.
I was able to meet with the EG people on Tuesday. I've done a review of the contract setup that they've got. There are some non-contract, I guess, procedural policy sorts of things to work out. I'm working with them right now to do that. I hope that soon we should have a full picture of what the associated risks are and be able to move back into the sort of informed decision vote kind of phase. Anyhow,
Awesome.
yes, I'm writing to them right now, literally.
Awesome. And then I don't see text. I don't know if there's any update. I don't know, is Willie maybe the best one for that? Or I don't know if maybe there's not anything to update on that.
Yeah, that's coming out of the Olympus DAO. That one from Tex, which again, if you listen to the community call, really fascinating stuff. Great way for the DAO to own some of its own liquidity, and a great way for some ideally long-term Fox holders to be getting a discount on some Fox. So take a look at that as well. Definitely a little bit more intricate of a proposal, but it seems like it would be very beneficial for all parties involved.
The only thing to add there is the Olympus team is planning to put that into the ideation phase, which, as we all know right now, is happening in the forum imminently. So keep your eyes peeled. That should be in ideation, I imagine, within the next 24 hours.
Awesome. Thank you, Willie. All right. Well, let's move on.
Can I got two
please.
quick things on this ideation stuff. One is I just also want to pledge my undying and never-ending support for CryptoMeg as the workstream leader of support, because you've done such an amazing job ever since I've been at ShapeShift and before. And then I wanted to also just call out, don't need to spend time on it, but I did just before this meeting put the engineering budget proposal officially into ideation for votes. So that is there also.
Awesome. Thank you, Josh. And
you.
I know I was at the office hours, or sorry, I forget exactly what it was called yesterday, but that was a fantastic meeting, and I encourage everyone in the community, if you want to either talk about anything engineering or, pick up some wisdom about what's going on with the ShapeShift DAO and the engineering efforts. I believe that's weekly now or bi-weekly, Josh?
So engineering office hours will happen when engineering demos do not happen. So engineering demos are the first and third Wednesday of the month. Every other Wednesday of the month will be engineering office hours. Next Wednesday happens to be September has 5 Wednesdays. So the 5th Wednesday will be another engineering office hours.
Perfect. Well, loving the demos and the office hours. So thank you so much for that.
Thanks.
Cool. Some more upcoming proposals. Do we have we do have Marley in here. Any update on the Cosmos validator? All right, no worries. If you do have anything to add, feel free to raise your hand later or just jump on stage. I know he's been making some great progress with this. This is definitely one of the first proposals that's going to actually create a nice revenue stream for the DAO. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I haven't. Oh, there's Marley's hand. Perfect. Why can't I let you up here? Can anyone else let Marley up? For some reason, it won't let me. All right, well, I invited you to speak. You might need to click something. And if it's not working, hopefully I'm seeing right now in the stage chat, hopefully next week. And if you have anything else to add, feel free to throw it in the stage chat, or we'll try to get you up here again. But like I said, that one's been moving pretty well. I know Marley's been working his butt off to get this across the finish line, and I'm very excited for what it's going to bring to the DAO. Diggy, are you here? Any updates on Pendo, and is that one making any progress?
Diggy, do you see the invitation? You just need to accept it. Here we go.
Hey, I'm probably going to be moving the Pendo proposal into Snapshot tomorrow. So yeah, keep a lookout for that. It'll go into official voting. So far, it's been upvoted quite a bit on the forum. So yeah, that's the status of the Pendo proposal.
Perfect. Thank you, Diggy. LPX. I know we've been talking about doing some incentivized liquidity mining on HoneySwap for some time now. I, for one, check that liquidity pool almost daily and see it starting to get some action. And I know as Colony starts paying out DAO members and DAO community members more and more, that's going to become even more important because it is, on XDAI and using HoneySwap. Do we have LPX in here?
He's typing something in stage chat.
Perfect.
He's
Working on it. Hey, that's all. Kyle is finally recovering from COVID. Oh, fantastic. I didn't realize Kyle was suffering. Definitely in our thoughts. Glad that he's already on the mend, and hopefully we'll be able to get this incentivized liquidity mining program up and running. And lastly, integrating yachts. The emoji kind of, I hope I'm not butchering this, but I believe it's pretty similar to like an ENS type situation, except you can have different emojis representing your name and addresses across multiple chains. Very cool idea. I don't see Volley in here. Does anyone have any updates on that proposal?
I know Volley is out this week, but was planning to move this to Snapshot very soon. Hunt and I were talking with them earlier, and we are going to schedule a community call with the Volley team for next Wednesday. I don't think we've finalized the time yet, but that's what we're aiming for is next Wednesday. We want to do it soon so that we can walk the community through the proposal before it goes up for Snapshot. So check out the forum post and stay tuned for the call with the Volley team to be scheduled.
Love that idea. Thanks as always, Willie. Excited to read more about that. All right, let's hop on to the next page. And we got a few more upcoming proposals that are now being discussed in the forum. I don't think we need to go through these one by one. So if you are one of the forum posters, or if you have anything to add on any of these, feel free to raise your hand or jump on the stage, give any updates, ask any questions.
Yeah, I've got one update on the success token proposal, which I don't see up here, but I put it up in the discussion part of the forum a few days ago. So far, I've gotten some support. I haven't had any negative, like, let's not do this things. And so the idea is, instead of putting something out to vote and getting approval to be able to go talk to investors to try to determine terms, my plan is by the end of the week, if I don't see any negative support, that I'm going to work with Dutch, Scott, who's not here right now, but he's got some potential investors in mind. And we'll go talk to them about the specific terms of the success token. And the idea that the UMA team had, which I think is really smart, is to try to find one investor who sets the terms, kind of like a startup who's going to sell an equity position in their company. Try to find one investor that sets the terms, and then you find follow-on investors. So we'll just go beat the streets for a little bit and try to find one investor to agree to some terms with and come back to the DAO with those terms. Oh, I do see Sean from UMA is in the crowd here. So if you have anything to add, Sean, let me know, or come on up, raise your hand. And here, I'll bring you up right now. Yep, you got the invite. Sean, thanks for joining. So yeah, we'll get that first lead investor. Then I'll come back and hopefully get approval or not from the community on those specific terms, and then we'll go try to find and fill the rest of the round, I guess you could call it. Sean, what would you add to that?
Can you hear me first of all? I always have audio problems on these calls.
Yep, you're good.
Yeah, I hear you great.
Awesome. Not too much, Josh. Like, I think you covered it really well, and thanks for putting up the proposal. I think the lead investor recommendation was like the motivation behind that was just about being able to do this thing like easily and just have like clarity from not only the DAO side, right, which we can get, but also the investor side, and just like make that process as easy as possible. So I think we're heading in the right direction, definitely.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited to have it this far along.
Absolutely.
If there's any questions about that in particular, particularly with Sean here, it's a great time to ask.
I mean, you're as well versed as I am now, Josh.
Almost. I'm getting there.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Josh.
All right. Thanks,
Sean.
no. Thanks,
Yeah.
McLeod.
All good. And if any other questions trickle up, we'll definitely get them answered. Meg, if you want to jump back in and talk about the workstream budget proposal, that'd be probably a good time for that.
Awesome. So it looks like I stayed on stage. Cool. All right. So I'll go ahead and drop this one in the stage chat as well and interrupt this fascinating discussion about tacos. And yeah, so this is a pretty lengthy proposal. Once again, I think a lot of that comes from the fact that I've been with the company for 5.5 years. So I was extremely transparent about all the deep dark corners of customer support and all of the things that we're doing on our end and what I would like to do for the DAO. One thing I actually should have mentioned whenever I was talking about the proposal to move me into the workstream leader position is my goal in that role and as the workstream leader and kind of getting this workstream off the ground is to move into a role where I'm going to kind of DAO myself out of a job. This is always kind of a goal, especially when you're in a leadership role within a centralized company. And I just think it's far more reasonable and tangible with this DAO setup. So my goal essentially is to start decentralizing my knowledge. I have a ton of tribal knowledge around ShapeShift, even when it comes to like the culture and who to talk to and who you need to get in touch with to get something done. And obviously a lot of that's going to change as we continue to bring more and more people into the fold to work on a lot of these projects. But I think it's important to note that like I'm really bringing that spirit into the customer support work stream as well. So while a lot of our operations, as you go through this funding proposal, look or maybe even feel, if you worked at ShapeShift prior as a centralized employee, you're going to notice like a lot of it feels and looks the same, but there's a reason for that. As we move into this first transitional period, we kind of need things to function as they are functioning while the rest of the DAO is working itself out and open sourcing, and we're figuring out what lines of products we're going to be offering, what are going to be our staple products, what's going to bring in the most users. I kind of want to use this really tried and true system that we've built over the past couple of years within the support team. We've weathered so many storms as a support team. We got through the 2017, 2018 bull run, which those of you who have been in the crypto space know exactly what I'm talking about, where there were customer support wait times of, weeks, sometimes months due to the bull run that happened. We got through those days. We got through the KYC days. And now without KYC, we are all jumping for joy and just loving our jobs again, because that was just such a dark cloud over our day to day. Kept us very busy, but we're really thankful that we could start focusing more on the actual customer and educating them and I like to use the word delight, and delighting them in this experience in the DAO. And just because we're moving to a DAO, we can function lean, but that doesn't mean we need to function back to the basics. We already have a really well built out support system that involves quality assurance of all of our agents to make sure our agents aren't leading people in the wrong direction and they know the product in and out. One direction that we're really going to be focusing on is our help desk. So we're going to be making an even more robust help desk to ensure that customers have a self-service option at any given time of day. And much like I'm going to DAO myself out of a job over time, I would like to see the customer support work stream DAO themselves out of like agent jobs and stuff like that over time, as much as that's kind of scary whenever you're coming from a centralized job. You don't want to like lose your job, but at the same time, if we're doing things right, we're building more automations, we're building out AI, we're building out a help desk so people can self-service. But at the same time, we're always going to have a basic need for human interaction. And I do want to make sure we keep a level of that active within the DAO. So especially with all these new DeFi products, we need human contact for that. So I don't think for the sake of time, it would really make sense for me to go through this proposal in general, or I'm sorry, in detail. But in general, we're basically requesting a little less than $200,000 USD for a 4-month proposal. And this would be employing 12 full-time people. So that would include 7 agents, team managers to oversee those agent teams, and a help desk manager, and then our quality assurance and data manager. And I'm really excited about Mark, who's the quality assurance and data manager. He's going to be moving more in a direction of providing a lot more intel to the DAO on a weekly basis. So we'll have weekly reports coming out that will show you and the community, why are people reaching out? Where are they having the most friction in their experience? As well as like, what are they most satisfied about? So there's a lot of samples in this proposal. You can kind of see sample data from just how many tickets we get, how long it takes us to get back to them, what our satisfaction ratings are. The budget's broken down in here. All the job descriptions are laid out. A little sample of our quality assurance system that we custom built a couple of years ago is in here. A sample schedule, because this is where it's a little bit different than something like a big team of engineers. When it comes to customer support agents, we need to make sure we have people online for different shifts. So scheduling is actually a big part of the job for the team managers that'll be overseeing these agent teams. And then lastly, one thing I just want to highlight is we've been working with Zendesk for over 5 years now, and we're actually grandfathered into a really awesome legacy plan with them. So I'd like to keep Zendesk, as much as a lot of people want to pull into different directions, like things like obviously Discord and whatever integrations Discord might have. But I'm a huge fan of Zendesk. As you guys know, it's kind of the gold standard for customer support. Pretty much any company that you reach out to, their backend is running Zendesk on their support software. So we're grandfathered into a kick-ass plan. It's only $125 per license per month. It's a little bit pricier than if we were to have like a full year license plan, but obviously it only makes sense to do month to month, given the circumstances of the DAO. So that's a good thing to highlight that I'm really excited about. And then there's a transition plan. Hopefully we can kick this off December 1st and roll into the new year, fully transitioned into a decentralized customer support team. So I'd love your feedback. I see John and Josh have already messaged on there. So thank you for the feedback, guys, and your support as always. But I would love to have somebody poke some holes in this plan, challenge it a little bit, give us some ways to make it stronger, because I'm actually really pleased with it right now and excited to see how the next couple of weeks turn out as we move this into the ideation phase soon. So thanks. That's all I got, Noah.
That's awesome. That great info, and agree with everything you're saying. I think one thing to note, the reason why your plan, and correct me if I'm wrong, if there's anything more to add, the reason why it's starting December 1st is because there's so much of your team that's still being employed by centralized ShapeShift, and that we really don't need to have the DAO paying for a team at this moment. Is that correct?
Yeah. So exactly. So, me and the help desk manager would be the only ones that are currently paid by ShapeShift, the entity, and the rest of the team is through an outsourcing agency that we use called Liberty Virtual Assistants. And we've been working with this company since their inception, and they support a lot of crypto companies out of the Philippines, and they have just recruited some amazing talent for us out there. And we've brought on actually a few of them as full-time team members But as we're decentralizing, they're going to move back to contractors. So it's actually really interesting. We'll be employing them, but all of them will be contractors through the Liberty Virtual Assistance Company, which really simplifies and streamlines things like payroll, HR, and if we need to expand the team, they manage all of the HR, all of the recruiting, and pulling in people that have the talent that we're looking for, which saves a lot of time and effort on our side as well.
That's fantastic.
So someone had a question that said, going over budget metrics more in depth, these line items. So is there like a particular section of those line items, Ron, that you want me to highlight while I have this up? Because I'm happy to talk about something more in depth.
Hey, Meg, I don't know how much else is on the agenda for this call, but I think there was a suggestion, and I think it would be a good idea if you had a separate community call just for anyone who wanted to take that deeper dive and ask some more questions about it all, and then that will leave room for the rest of the agenda coming up here.
Yeah, that's totally fine. I'll definitely set some time up to just give some more understanding around that. Okay, cool, Ron. Thanks for the feedback. I'll set up a call.
Thanks, Meg. Yeah, looking forward to that kickoff call or Q&A or whatever, however you format it. But I think that'll be great. And then Never Was, I apologize. I know you've been up here for a little bit. What did you want to go over?
No problem. Actually, I'm very happy to go after Crypto Meg. I read over her proposal. She has some very nice and great ideas and approach to this, and obviously support is a great function, and I hopefully look to be able to support the community as well, so I think it ties in nicely. So here, I'll give you my little update. First, thanks Fox McCloud and Chow for filling in. Tyler always does a great job. You guys are as well. But as always, for giving a platform and opportunity for everyone to speak. Must commend that, and I'm very happy for that. I have replied, as far as my proposal, I have replied to the earlier posts on the proposal thread. Thank you everyone for sharing your thoughts and support. More is always welcome. I haven't made any updates to the documents yet. I will after the upcoming call, which I, of course, would like to invite everyone to. The call is on the calendar for next week, Tuesday, 28th at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 5 p.m. East Coast or Eastern Standard Time. And for those on the West Coast, 2 p.m. So I wish that I could do all the time zones for everyone, our global users, but just know that I haven't forgotten y'all. There will be just a quick note, guys, besides everything else for the call, there will be room for pitchforks and rotten throwables, but only BYO for liability reasons. And I just want to thank everyone and hope to talk to everyone in the future.
Awesome. Thanks, Never Was. All right. Any other updates from either this page or the page after before we open it up for just general discussion? Questions, updates, comments? All right, Chow, I know you had a couple updates for the group. If you want to use this time for that.
Yep, I was going to say, I had to remember them for a second. Sorry about that. I posted this morning, I posted the proposed roadmap. We have a call set up tomorrow at 11 a.m. to go over that with the community and get feedback from the community on that. So I'm really looking forward to that and having everyone there to share their thoughts. And then the only other thing I was going to announce, I guess, is that Tyler posted a position for a role on the operations work stream in the operations public channel. So if you're interested in that, please go take a look. I know that he's looking to start the hiring process as soon as possible. He is out today and tomorrow, hence why I'm announcing this, and we're doing this meeting and he's not. But so if you're interested in that, please take a look. I think that's all I had.
Awesome. Looks like Brian from Ichi just hopped up. Anything you wanted to throw out to the group? Welcome.
Yes, I just wanted to provide a quick update on our proposal. Mr. Nerdhair's been fantastic this week. I think he actually probably spent 2 days effort in our code. I think that's amazing. Anybody who is willing to put that much time in is just extremely valuable to your team. I wish every project would do that when we engage with them. So that's the first update. We have worked through creating a detailed guide for the people who will hold the multi-sig based on his feedback. And we anticipate finishing that with maybe a few extra tweaks by end of day Monday. So hopefully we can get the proposal back out on a Tuesday or Wednesday next week. So again, I think very, very positive progress. We've been in DeFi long enough to know that anytime you can get an extra set of security eyes on anything, you take it. And I'm glad you guys are taking that approach.
Absolutely, and I echo that. So thanks for the words and the update, Brian. And yeah, Mr. Nerdhair, good first day on the job. You've obviously already been doing the responsibilities since before this proposal passed, but just another feather in your cap. So thanks for all the work you're doing with this proposal as well. Alrighty, I guess let's open it up to yeah, just any more open discussion, questions. Oh, I see Gray Machine has his hand raised. Let's get him up here. All right, you should be invited, Gray Machine.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, a little quiet, but we can hear you.
Oh, okay, sorry. I'll get closer to the mic. Real quick, I just want to point out this is not anything that we need to propose or anything like that. There's already a past paid for or ongoing paid for proposal or initiative, I guess I should say, to create video content based around any topics that you think the community needs. And mostly right now, the focus, or at least my focus, has been on new users and just trying to focus on topics to get new users onboarded. Like, how do I use tips? How do I use POAPs? How do I navigate the Discord or whatever? So far, the stuff that I'm creating has kind of been of my own design, but this is it's of the community and for the community. So I just wanted to reiterate that as people come up with topics or things, especially like for support or marketing or anything like that, the information globalization workstream has a budget of to provide about 4 videos a month. And we're coming to the end of September, and I haven't posted a single one, partially because I've been busy on other projects, not on my own projects, but DAO-based projects, making artwork and marketing initiatives and stuff like that. But I'm trying to get back into some other video content because it's paid for, right? So you're already paying for it. So I just want to reiterate that if something comes to mind of like, I get a lot of questions about this thing and we'd like a 30-second explanation video, similar to what we did for the TipCC video. In fact, I just kind of reformatted that for YouTube and we got that up, I think, yesterday. We also did a walkthrough video on how to stake on SushiSwap via the Polygon network, which was actually a separate budget. So that doesn't actually count towards this budget. So I still have a bunch more videos to do. So just throwing that out there, like, feel free to hit me on the general channel or private message or whatever. Just thoughts that you have to support any of the work streams. So that's all I really wanted to say.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, in short, it's voted through, it's paid for. I'm here working on it. So any ideas or whatever you want to throw my way to work on it, either this month or next month or whatever, please feel free to do so. That's all I got. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, Great Machine. Yeah, and I'm not sure if you saw in the stage chat, Crypto Meg just posted, and I do think that there's a lot of potential overlap between you guys, and I'm sure you guys could help each other out. So yeah, definitely try to sync up. I'd love to see what's coming out of both of your work streams. Fantastic. All right. Do we have anyone else? Feel free to raise your hand if you have any questions, comments, ideas.
I was just going to also say, I'll say this really
Oh, I
quickly.
said it quick.
Go for it, Brian. You go
Your
for
turn.
it. You go for it.
Your turn. Who do you work with to set up AMAs? I wanted to get the wing lending platform to talk to your community.
That might be great for Willie, and here he is.
Hey.
Willie, got it.
Brian.
I'll hunt you
Yeah.
down, Willie. We'll talk.
Perfect. We can talk about it in the partnership request channel too. Looking forward to learn more about Wing.
I was also going to say, in case people aren't following the stage chat, there's an info and globalization public meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. That's noon Eastern Time. I think that will be headed by LPX. I'm guessing that's who's posted it in the stage chat. So I wanted to call that one out as well. And then there was a question about the bounty board that I think Hunt has been working on. I don't know if Hunt wants to say something, but Hunt said he's been working on it and he's setting up a meeting to go over. So that hopefully that should be coming very soon. I'm excited for it.
Awesome. Thank you, Chow. We got about 15 minutes left scheduled. We can always wrap up early if there's nothing else. Definitely want to value all of your time. But let's just give it another minute or two and see if anyone else has anything to contribute. All right, let's get Lorex Dude up here. Welcome, Lorex Dude. Are you here to speak for the trees? We can't hear you as a heads up if you are trying to speak. You might want to try leaving real quick and coming back. Or typing in stage chat. All right, there's Lyrics Dude again. We still cannot hear you. I'm so sorry about that, Lyrics Dude. It might be best if you type out in the stage chat. Or Chow, don't you run into some mic problems sometimes on Discord and Zoom? What's your workaround for that?
Leave Zoom.
Oh, Lorex, dude, you want to try leaving Zoom and seeing if that fixes it?
I think I did resolve that issue, but yeah, that might be an issue. I'm not sure.
Well, it looks like he's typing in stage chat right now, so let's give him a minute to type it up. But while we're waiting, let's try that one more time. If anyone else comes up, we can definitely multitask.
Chris Troutner also said it might be the push to talk requirement. On some platforms like Linux, you need to set that up in the settings area of Discord.
Yeah, unfortunately, we still can't hear you, Lorex, dude. Feel free to post anything in stage chat or general channel. We'll make sure we definitely get it addressed. Oh, did I hear something?
Can you talk again?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yep, perfect.
Awesome. Oh yeah, it was the push to talk. I had that on. Great. So thanks for having me up here. I just wanted to talk briefly about the merch store proposal. I just put it up on the forums earlier today. I just really wanted to get some feedback on concerns or ideas for the store. If anyone wants to share anything right now, I'd be more than happy to answer any questions on that.
I haven't had the time to read through it yet, but I did see you posted it. I know a store like that has been in the talks for a long time, and swag and additional revenue stream has been something that we wanted to do at the ShapeShift entity. So this is just one of many examples of how great this DAO is, and that we can go into 1,000 different directions all at once. So I know, for one, without going into the details yet myself, I'm just very excited about the overall idea of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It definitely is. Oh,
I just wanted to ditto that support. I seem to have a lot of support to throw around today, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, I read through that proposal earlier today, and I kind of think someone's got to do it. And Lorax, dude, I don't really know you very well, but I think it sounds super reasonable. Seems like you know what you're talking about. For those who are curious, $8,500 startup cost to get a store up and running with merchandise to sell. I think it's a worthy endeavor, and all reasonable, and a 50-50 profit split, right? Whatever profit you make, 50% goes to the DAO, and I think it's totally reasonable that you, as an independent operator of it, and really taking on a lot of work without no engineering effort required. You'll need some design help and designs from the DAO, but I think it's great.
awesome. Thank you. I do also want to highlight, there was mentions in a previous discussion of this to have some way to engage the community and give them the opportunity to contribute designs to the store and put it on products. And so I did want to include that. If I'm not sure exactly how we're going to go about approving designs. I don't know what kind of process we should have in place between me and the DAO to make sure designs are appropriate. But I did highlight that for those designs that are put on the store, that 40% of the profits would go to the creator of that design, 50% would go to the DAO, and 10% would just go back to me, the proprietor.
I think that's a very fair split, but I'm sure others will voice their opinions.
Yes, absolutely.
Seems very fair to me as well. I think in terms of your previous question of like how would we get consensus around the design, I've heard a lot of horror stories of trying to get community approval for design. Apparently, it's like the hardest thing to get a community to align on. So what I've heard from other DAOs is that design by committee works a lot better than design by full community. That said,
Yeah,
we
that
should
sounds-
definitely
yeah.
open it up to the entire community to submit art. I love it. That's how you're envisioning this.
Awesome. Would that be considered like setting up a work stream for that committee?
I don't think it
Or
needs its
kind of more.
own work stream. I think it could either be the product or the marketing work stream, depending on. Right now, it's actually the product work stream. Really, Hoff, who is kind of the steward of our brand guidelines and enforcer. So I think probably just Hoff could be the individual that, for now, is responsible for just like approving or giving feedback on any designs.
Awesome. That sounds great.
Lorax, dude, there's a question in the stage chat. What's the benefit of holding stock versus a print on demand service like Printful?
That is a great question. It really comes to exploring all the options. I mean, if we were to do a print on demand, most likely the product might not be the highest quality. Whereas if we were to find the proper manufacturer that can, like, depending on what the community wants, if we wanted like something really high quality that's still within a reasonable budget, that would be one route to go. Providing that that wasn't determined yet in the proposal, so it is open. I did write in the proposal that if it were to be approved, that there would be reoccurring meetings to speak with people, with the community, on just where to take the products. So I consistently get that feedback throughout the process of the site being built out.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think one person's suggestion, which something to consider, is I would start with print on demand to gauge demand, and then possibly hold stock for generic items. Seems like
Absolutely.
Makes sense. I would start with print on demand to gauge demand, and then possibly hold stock for generic items once we know that baseline.
Sounds good. I definitely noted that down.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Lorex, dude. As
Thank
this
you.
idea continues to form, yeah, please continue to share updates, and look forward to seeing this progress through the flow as well. Awesome. I feel like I'm a little bit of a broken record right now, but any last questions, comments, concerns, ideas? Alrighty. Well, then let's wrap things up. Tyler should be back next week, same time, same place. And as always, appreciate everyone's commitment to the DAO and for sharing such great feedback. And another week in the books. Thank you all.
Thanks, Fox McCloud.
If someone wants to turn the lo-fi tunes back on, feel free.